Good morning, everyone. So I wanted to come and talk about the debate that happened last night between Tim Walz and JD Vance. JD Vance just pretty much absolutely destroyed Tim Walz. Tim Walz was just no match for him at all. I like the way that JD Vance handled himself. I feel like he got the points across that the independent voters needed to hear, even though the moderators was reluctant on asking questions and deep diving into the economy and the border issue that's going on. I think that he did a very wonderful way about bringing up the topics that needed to be discussed. But, what was disturbing to me about it all with the moderators in the line of questioning was they keep on trying to beat you down with this January 6th. Excuse my language, shit. January 6th shit. Nobody cares about it. That happened 4 years ago. The voters do not care about January 6th anymore. The only people that care are them, the mainstream media, and apparently Democrats. But I do like the way that J.D. Vance answered the question by saying that, well, Democrats, they have always contested every single election that they lost. Even with Hillary Clinton with the whole Russia collusion thing, which found out to be false. She's still bitter to this day because she lost. This January 6th stuff, we all know what really happened. Everybody has their own opinion about it. And their campaign slogan is, we're not going back, but y'all keep going back to January 6th. We don't care. So enough of that. The other thing is abortion. The abortion topic, it's already done. There's nothing that she can do about it. Roe versus Wade was overturned in 2021. The Democrats had the House and the Senate during this time. If she was going to do something about it, she would have done it then. They know that it's already done. It's at the state level. People are voting for it in their states. That's that. That's all that needs to be said. There's nothing she could do about it. But I wanted to talk about the differences in leadership, because now that we only about 35 days out or so from the election, I don't think that people actually know what's really going on and the seriousness that's going on in the world. You have a port strike right now that Biden said that he's not going to get involved with because of collective bargaining. But they've been trying to do this negotiating deal for about 6 months or so. You could have intervened because this affects the economy. So this can raise inflation. This can cause food shortages in stores, supply shortages in the stores. We're losing $5 billion a day from these port strikes and everything. And you could help bridge the gap between the union and whatever entity that they are striking against, the ports or so. You can help bridge the gap. But, you're just, the only comment that you had, you're staying out of it. Supplies are needed for Hurricane Helene that just happened, a horrific hurricane that happened. Many of people have died during this Hurricane Helene. Many homes are lost. And I find it funny that they want to defend Biden and Harris about it because all they did was a phone call and a tweet. Trump showed up down there and people got mad with me because I said he shows up and then you want to get mad. But he showed up with supplies. He already had a GoFundMe that have raised over $3 million or so now and counting, and asking about in person, what do you need? He showed up in person, not a phone call, not a tweet. He's there on the ground for the people. America first. While at the same time, they was sending more money over to Ukraine during this time. The destruction that happened in these various different states, because it hit many states, this hurricane. Very devastating. I'm in a hurricane area myself. I know how much it can be devastating. We had experienced a hurricane earlier this year with power shortages, and it was crazy. But so my prayers go out to those people that are dealing with this and the families that have lost people during this hurricane. That being said, the Israel and Iran war that's going on. At the same time, Iran just had strikes against Israel. Silence from the White House. Nothing. They don't come out and say anything about all of these disasters that are going on. But then you want us to hate Trump. We've already had 2 administration examples. We've been under Trump administration before, We saw there was no new wars. Despite of whatever Tim Walz was trying to say on the stage, there was no new wars under Trump. Period. Nothing. There was no inflation under Trump. Wages were up under Trump. So people that, well, y'all want to vote for him because he put out stimulus shit. No, it's because people made more money under Trump. Their wages were up. It was outpacing inflation. You had the prices of homes that was down. You had mortgage rates that was favorable. You had inflation at an all-time low under his administration. And you had more jobs that was being filtrated in America, manufacturing, steel, all of these industries were being revitalized in America during this time. So that is the reason why. It doesn't have anything to do with people wanting a stimulus check, you know. The other thing is what I hate that they didn't even touch on during the debate is this border crisis. This is one of the main concerns, even on the left, people that wants to vote for her and they want to turn a blind eye and ignore all of the lies and things that she's doing. They still talk about the border crisis. That is a problem for them. There's been record high influx of these illegal migrants that are coming into our country, causing crime. There was a report that came out, 425,000 that they know criminals that have came into the U.S. and they do not have any tracking where these people are at all. So this is dangerous. They don't bring up about the crimes that have happened and have taken place with these illegal migrants. I just think that the choice is clear. You know, if you want to continue to believe that Trump is a racist, fine. You know, it's crazy to me because Trump was embedded in black culture prior to him running for president. It makes no sense at all. And I never believed that. That argument never got me with him being a racist. Just didn't. We grew up on hearing Trump on different shows, rap music, all in the black industries and everything else. He's helped Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton as well, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, all of these celebrities that they sit here now and want to say that he's racist. So they can miss me with that. I just hope that people really open their eyes before they vote for their demise. They don't know this woman from Adam. You know, Candace Owens, she has been exposing her left and right. So, you know, now that the debates are over, elections is coming underway, knowing that we have a lot at stake here. And I hope that you really open your eyes and make the right choice in this.